Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. There's something rather special, Jim, isn't there, about Take Kubo's outrageous dribbling skills?
Yeah, the kind of player everyone loves to watch, Peter, myself included. There's much more to his game than just dribbling them.
So if you haven't seen him before, you're in for a treat.
Certainly are.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Mbappe, and here's Platini. Nice control. Mbappe! And it's made its way to him. Edmilson, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Stojkovic. Picked out brilliant. He's had a shot! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Looking for the run, well read, and the danger is averted. Well, that pass isn't the best. Roberto Baggio, looking to play him in. Oh, well measured. Oh, that's nice. And this is Roberto Baggio. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well read, nice interception. Roberto Baggio. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's a sharp pass. And here's Platini. Well, they're certainly... Mbappe! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Costa Curta. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Thiago. Oh, he's been caught napping. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Messi plays it short. And that is expertly dealt with. And now a sudden chance to counter. Maldini cuts it out. Could be danger here. Kubo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Aimed beyond the defence. Brilliantly cut out. Thiago is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's Kubo. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And here's Kubo. Shot at goal! They've scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Van Bouten did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Stojkovic.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How would you review the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So we're straight back at it. And he's having a shot! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Couldn't squeeze it through. Thuram. Maldini. And it's Kubo. Kubo tries making a foray down the right. Edmilson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Threads one in. Modric. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And here's Baggio. Now it's Platini. And he's shot, surely! Kubo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Good read, needed to be.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now that's well seen too. Roberto Baggio. Stojkovic is onto this. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Substituição para Angola. Número 11.
So, time for changes
Número
on
8.
both sides, actually.
Vão dar os seus lugares a número 10, Messi. Número 15.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, it's come to nothing. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Hullet. Hullet can be a real threat inside the box. Not the most convincing of passes. And it's Bale. He's under a lot of pressure there. Very nicely done. Dixon. And it's Van Dijk. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. This looks promising. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And he was quick to react. Edmilson. Modric, looking for a runner. Oh, good take in a good area. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Bale. Bale will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, what a ball! Modric. Roberto Baggio does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Half an hour gone in the second half. Tries to pass it through.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substituição para Angola. Número 9. Número 19. Modric. Número 21. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 7. Fernando Torres. Número 13.
Passing is crisp and
Número
sharp.
5.
Now it's Kante. Thinks one through. Ibrahimovic finds himself offside. And it's Ronaldinho. Can he get it through? Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Ibrahimovic proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Tries to play it through. Oh, can he get onto this? Ronaldinho, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. That's good play. And this is Ronaldinho. Terrific header! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Van Basten. Van Dijk was in no mood. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, they do call it the beautiful game, and the man we see before us now personifies all that is good about it. He is known simply as the King.
It's as though the game was made especially for him.
Voted the greatest player of the 20th century, but he is so much more than just that. He is a symbol of charisma, of leadership, of sportsmanship. He is the one and only Pelé. And Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Stood up well to him there. And here's Cruyff, in with the challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. There's the shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
So smooth, a signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Real chance! And that was probably asking just too much. Pelé. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pass somewhat off target. Driving on and making good progress. Now it's Gullit. Cruyff. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Hoeneß trying to keep this in. Thuram makes the interception. Now it's Cruyff. He's got away. Oh, he's got a sign of goal. Chance, surely! They've done it! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that really is so impressive. Cruyff! Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Ivory Coast finding their passes. Cruyff. Great challenge, time to perfection.
Really well played, he read that perfectly.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pelé aims beyond the defence. Dixon for Messi. Oh, super find. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
No luck with that dink over the top.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Messi running with the ball. Kubo has it out wide and in space. Back could it go? Shoots! And it's in! And again they hit the front. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Pelé. Can he get it through? And he was quick to react. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And Cruyff! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Well, that looks a decent ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Shevchenko. Kubo. And it's Messi. Tries to pass it through, and he's managed to get free. Tries to get it clear. Cruyff. Cruyff. Pelé. And he's lost his man here. He's found, and he shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
This possibly the last play of the half. That's the keeper's ball. Pull it. Now it's Pelé. And we hit half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1.
Changement pour la Côte d'Ivoire. Le numéro 13, Fabio Cannavaro.
And we're underway again.
À sa place, le numéro 2, Ferdinand. Changement.
Right, Shevchenko. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Some good persistent defending here. And here's Zico. He's well positioned here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Just eases him off the ball. And this is Zico. Shevchenko! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away. Might want to be careful there.
And it's Zico. Ivory Coast appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well timed, excellent interception. Some really good ball movement. And he's there to retrieve it. Has a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Zico. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And he's running through. And he thumps it clear.
Le nombre de spectateurs
Back in possession and ready to go again.
314.
Oh, that's well spotted. Ibrahimovic looks to get on the end of this. And the through ball. And he's intervened well there. That is good alertness. Conte. Hernes. Now it's Pelé. Great ball, and he's in here. He's had a shot! Really well taken goal. It's level again. What a match we have.
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's Zico. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Shevchenko. It's a good foot in there. Edmilson. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Cruyff. Cruyff goes steaming forward.
Ivory Coast clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Bale, and the counter is on. Floated through. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that's put paid to a promising move. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. It's just beyond his reach. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Bale. Vieira gets a foot in here. Knocks it into space. It's Ibrahimovic! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And here's Hullet. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And that is that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And as you can see, we've already started here. Now, he's got space here. That is a brilliant interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And this is Bebeto. And Bebeto! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Ivory Coast with the corner, there first. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Gullit. Well, that's well seen too. No way through. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Cruyff. Nicely weighted ball. Shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, Peter, there's a player on this pitch who's hard not to like. The smiling assassin, Ronaldinho. He always looks like he's having a good time, and it's mostly true because of his superb skill and imagination.
Yeah, just brilliant, isn't he? A different level.
Infectious.
Short changes him with that pass. Ronaldinho. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Ivory Coast clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he's there to belt it away. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Aims beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Cruyff. Now it's Ronaldinho. Looking for options for movement. That's a sharp pass. Well, they've got it again. Cruyff. And he's running through. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Ivory Coast really have decided to turn to the long ball. That's very obvious now.
And how did they go about making that work?
Well, they can't neglect accuracy, and it can turn that opposition defence into facing its own goal, which so often can cause problems.
Bellingham. That is good strength. Showing good feet. And that little bit of skill has got him away. Shot, surely! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Messi goes short. Cruyff goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Ivory Coast have the chance to go the other way. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Cruyff proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Gullit receives it in a wide position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Oh, that's well spotted.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And this is Cruyff. And this is Bebeto. Bebeto! He's delivered all right!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the manager...
And there's the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Changement.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Yeah. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that is as far as they're going to go. And that is exemplary defending.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Pelé. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Cruyff goes for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Gullit unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Big chance! Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Schmeichel looking to stare down to unset. No, he's missed it!
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour
That's
ce
put
match,
paid to a promising move.
953.
Nicely aimed pass. Bebeto showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Pelé. Knocks it into space. And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Some resolute defending there. Ibrahimovic, very much a man of this moment. That ball looks a good one. He might be in here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well timed, excellent interception. It's a threatening ball. Oh, there's a probing ball. No, that's been intercepted. He has a look up. Now it's Pele. He's beaten the last man. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Ivory Coast looking to pass their way through. Ivory Coast appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition.
Tries a shot! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Après 75 minutes
That
de jeu.
is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Le numéro 7.
Ivory Coast are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Looking for the run, and this is Ibrahimovic. That's a lovely, neat pass. Zico takes control of it, and he's on the move. Gullit. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
5 minutes left on the clock. And it's Gullit. Nice sequence of passes, this. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
That's a good foot in there. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Changement pour la
Final
Côte
checks on the
d'Ivoire.
touchline.
Le
A
numéro
change
15.
about to occur.
Vieira. Le numéro 22. Le
Thuram.
numéro 23.
Ed Milson.
Le numéro 14. Ronaldinho. À leur
Now
place,
it's Gullit.
le numéro 19. Le numéro
Someone
17.
off target.
Eto'o. Le numéro 21.
Now it's
Le numéro
Pele.
8.
Gullit.
Iniesta. Il y
Picked
aura
out,
deux
brilliant.
minutes
It's
de temps
Eto'o! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. And that's it. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Peter, it's going to be interesting to see what role Kubo's been given here. While he can play across the front line, we know, I'd like to see him get free rein on that right-hand side and just thrive in the space.
Yeah, I can see that. He is quite a phenomenon, isn't he? Born in Japan, schooled in Catalonia.
Yeah, and he's got that great pace that allows him to go past full-backs, and there's a real directness to his game too.
Just a terrific talent by any measurement. Now it's come to nothing. Bellingham is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run.
He's having a go! It's bounced back off the post. And the counter is on. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Yamal. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Yamal. Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Nedved. Kubo conjures time and space where few can. So we're still where we started right now. Can he get on the end of this? Nicely weighted, takes a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And this is Messi. Decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Chance here to counter. And here's Hullet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Looking to play him in. He's picked his way through. That's a sharp pass. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Thiago is the team's great visionary. Thiago really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up.
Can he finish? Oh, crossbar! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
He's found a way past, and he's running through. Oh, super ball. Thiago. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Del Piero. Bellingham. Yamal takes control of it and he's on the move. Great vision. Oh, well played, well played. It's a pretty loose pass. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. He's found a way through. Thiago. That's a lovely, neat pass. And he's found a way past. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Gullit. Nedved. Bellingham.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Messi. Knocks it into space. And it's Messi. Edmilson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than...
Shot, surely!
And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Signore e signori, unitevi a me nell'augurare al nostro ragazzo un buon compleanno. Cambio di giocatori.
Here we go again then. So the first half brought no goals. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Del Piero. Tries to pass it through. Can he spark a counter here? Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Yamal. Driving forward. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Lamine Yamal really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
This looks promising. Gullit. Oh, that's nice. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Gullit. Well, that's well seen too.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.314
Just about up to the
spettatori.
hour now. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Gullit gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Gullit threads one in. It's Ibrahimovic in for the pieces. That's a half-decent try.
Conte certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Numero 17, numero 20, numero 22, numero 19, numero 5, Fabio Cannavaro. Lasciano il campo per il numero 13.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And he's managed to get free. He would have been quick to recover this. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ibrahimovic! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Chance! Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Hunnit. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Thiago, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He has found the way through.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Snyder. He can run onto that. Shapes to shoot! It's in! Finally the breakthrough!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, he's put... And Hunnit! Ruud Hunnit! Beyond special! What a player! A finish right from the top drawer! They have stolen level at the last! He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So all square with almost... Tries a shot! Oh, it's in! And that made